Hello students, welcome. In this session, we will see set operations. Set operations, as you know, those are union, union-all, intersect, minus, right? So how it's applicable to DBMS? You see that set operations combine the results of two queries into single one. So let's see union clause. Union is used to combine the results of two or more select statements, right? However, it will eliminate duplicate rows from its result set. In case of union, the number of columns in all the queries must be same and data type must be same in both the tables. That is to say, if you are having two select statements, the results of those two select statements, if you need to do a set operation on them, then you need to have the same number of column names and the data type must be same, right? The number of columns should be same and their data type should be same. Then only you can do set operations on them. If you do set operations, let's say this is records from first query and these are records from the second query, but there will be some common records for both the queries. In that case, it will only take that once and leave the rest, right? So it means to say that it's a union operation wherein it will get all the records from record 1 and record 2 and the duplicates are only taken once and they are not taken as they come, right? Next, let's see this with an example. It will be more clear. Consider below two tables. Select star from GK department. Here department number is there and the name is there. Select star from GK temp table. Here employee number is there, employee name is there and department number is there, right? In the GK emp table, employee number, employee name, department number. In the GK department, department number and department name. Now if I do a union, see this is how we'll do it as a union. Select department number from GK table, union, select department number from GK table. Here there is only one column name and here also only one column name and the data type of both of them are same. Thus we can do a union. If I do a union on these two select statements, then see that this first SQL query, that is select department number from GK department, would give these department numbers. The result of this second SQL, that is select department number from GKM, would be these things. So union of this and this, right? 11 is there but only take once. 11, 12 is also there, only take once. 13 is there only once and take it as once. 14 is there two but take it as once. So it's nothing but a union of this and this, eliminating duplicates. That is to say, only consider as a once, not the, don't take the duplicates, right? Let's see union all clause. Same as union, but it shows the duplicate rows, right? Select department number from GK department, union all, select department number from GKM. Here you could see the duplicates 11, 12, 13, then 14, right? So this is union all. Then let's see intersect clause. Intersect is used to combine two select statements, but it only returns the records which are common for both select statements. So it will only show those records which are common in both the select query results. In case of intersect, the number of columns in all the queries and the data type must be same. as it is for union. Assume this is a result from the first query and this is a result from the second query. Then the common things are only displayed here. Let's see with an example. Select department number from GK department, then intersect, select department number from GKM. Here this department number and this department number, only the common department number should be displayed. As you previously saw, only 11 was there in both of them, 12 was there, but 13 was not there in GKM, right? 13 is not there in GKM, it's only there in GK department, so it is not common to both of them. So 13 will not be there in the intersect clause. So 13 is not there, then 14 is there in both of them, thus 14. Hope you understood. Then minus clause. Minus combines results of two select statements and returns only those results which belong to the first set of results. Right? That is to say, only those results which belong to the first set of the result. Only it will give those records which are only available for the first query. Right? If the result that is displayed by the first result query is also there in the second result query, then those are eliminated. Okay? It will be more clear through this example. Select department number from GK department minus select department number from GKM. From the GK department, go to the department numbers. In that, minus the department numbers from the GKM. Right? So the answer is 13. Just to explain that, see, GK department is here. Here minus this one. 11 is there. It is there here, so it will be gone. 12 is there. 12 is there. It will be gone. 13 is here. It's not there here, so it will remain. 14 is here. Here 14 is there, so it will go. Only 13 will remain because 13 is the only value which is only available in the GK department. It's not available in the GKM table. Right? So that's what it is telling. Here, select department number from GKM minus select department number from GK department. This is reverse, right? Here it was a GK department and GKM here, but now it's reverse. GKM first, then GK department. In this, from the GKM minus those which are there in the GK department. GKM, right? GKM is here. 11 is here, minus of this 11 is there, it will go. 12 is here 12 is there, yes, it will go. 11 is there here, 11 is also there here, so it will go. 14 minus this table, even 14 is here, so it will go. So no results are unique to this GKM compared to GK department. Thus, no rows will be selected. Right? Thank you.